Number 5. Well, as soon as I see it, I'm like, okay, I need to go ahead and distribute through. So I have 6b minus 8 equals, distribute through here, 4b, 4 times the 3, distribute it through there too. Don't forget, got to distribute it through to both pieces. So now I'm like, okay, I need to get all variables one side, all numbers to the other. I always like to move the variable first. I see 6b on the left, 4b on the right. So I'm going to subtract 4b to move it over here. Again, I like to move the smaller variable. 6b minus 4b is 2b. Subtract the number 8 equals, now remember, 12 has a negative in front of it, so it's a negative 12, not just 12. Don't forget that. So it's a negative 12. Now, let's move this 8 over to be with that number. So I add 8 to both sides. 2b equals lose 12, gain 8. Well, you've lost 4 overall. Now to solve it, divide final step by 2. B is equal to negative 2 for number 5. If I plug negative 2 in here on that B and that B, the two sides will be equal. That's the whole point of why we're doing it. All right, number 6. Now, this can be a little tricky for some of us. We're like, well, there's nothing here in front of this parentheses. Well, remember, there's really a negative 1. That negative 1 must be distributed through. So we have a 3. Negative 1 times B will be a minus 1B. Negative 1 times negative 2 will be plus 2 equals, distribute here. 2b, 2 times the 5, minus 10. Now, before we start moving all variables to one side and numbers to the other, I see that there's 3 pieces on one of the sides. That means somebody's probably got to go together, combined before I start moving them. And it would be the number 3 plus 2. So that's 5. Subtract b equals 2b minus 10. Now, okay, it's looking pretty good. Let's move all variables to one side, all numbers to the other. I'm going to move the negative b over to the other side by adding b. You could have subtracted 2b from both sides. It doesn't make any difference as long as all variables go to one side and numbers to the other. This goes away. I get 5 is equal to 3b, subtract 10. Now let's move the 10 over to be on the other side. That way we've got all variables on one side, numbers on the other. I have 15 equals 3b, and now divide by 3. And we will get b is equal to 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 is the value that would make the two sides of the equation true.